I'm Margaret in Windsor, and this is Christmas morning. I think it's about 6 o'clock, maybe 6:30 here in Roanoke, or out just outside Roanoke. Um, I want to put this up as if I can. I've put all this up on video since Alexis Murphy, her disappearance back August the 3rd, I believe it was, of last year. Hers is a mind control murder that's connected to Morgan Harrington, and her father's a psychiatrist at Virginia Tech, or he was. He taught there, I believe, and a psychiatrist at Carilion. And it's also connected now to Hannah Graham, who's English. And Hannah was student at University of Virginia, where some of these mind control murders have happened, just like over at Virginia Tech, the 33 that were shot August the 17th of '07. And they were done in patterns. These have been deliberately done in patterns, and I can't give all the background on it, so I'm not even going to try. This is a Fort Hood shooter. He's a psychiatrist that went to Virginia Tech. It's not just that ties them together, all right, and the patterns. But he's on death row, I believe, so a lot of these people have been put on death row. He finished at Virginia Tech, born here in Roanoke, Benton. Now then, before I go any further, I want to say this. John Edwards, he's a Virginia State senator, and I thought he was a good guy. I've been up here on the Appalachian Trail. I've starved, I've frozen, I've done everything a book with trying to stay alive and tell all this and tell who I am. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 1941 and brought to Moulton, Alabama, and I just now received these photographs. That's me that I just showed you. This was made in the spring of '43. I was brought here in '41, 2 years old. This is an old photo of me that I was sent. Now then, this is me and my sons Mark and Scott, and they're heirs after me. I'm Victoria the Second. And this is the woman, Simpson, that did not marry my father. She married a double. And this is my dad. King Edward the Eighth. This is his brother, George the Sixth. Remember the movie? That's the King's Speech made him out to be a hero. Totally lied about my father. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, school teacher. My aunt's Georgia O'Keefe, the artist from Abiquiu, New Mexico. My mom was born in Madison, Wisconsin. This is Roosevelt, who appointed Joe Kennedy ambassador to England, 36 till he was kicked out in 46. He helped in my kidnapping, my Uncle George, Elizabeth's father, and the New World Order, the Illuminati, which is established now, which this woman that's living in my home, spending my money, and I'm sure she's got a nice Christmas. She didn't get gas last night. That's Charles and the whole brood. And this is little George that they named William and Kate, who are illegal, by the way. Should be in prison, the whole damn bunch. This is little George that they up to the cameras every chance they get. They're all having a good Christmas. I don't even know if my sons are alive. I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them. This is Mark, heir after me, and then Scott. And 99 Years Seal put on my birth and my dad's illegal takedown and a bunch of nothing but lies on him. So what I wanted to tell now was John Edwards is Virginia State Senator, and I realize I've had everything done to me, and I may not be long for this planet. I've thought that a lot. I had antifreeze put in me after I'd written a book, April Fool's Day of '80s, when it was put in me. Larry Flint was shot. I was writing about programming and mind control. He was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Did an article on me later when I was flown out during a political campaign. Point is, the person was programmed to shoot him. And this happened after I was doing the book and had a letter from the FBI. So I could keep going. Someone, I don't know if he's really a friend or not, laughed and said, well, because it was sarcastic. I mean, I've got everything in the book. Anybody, the timeline says it. He said, well, maybe you just don't have enough evidence. Well, that was a joke in itself. I want to get back to John Edwards, the senator. He knows all about my kidnapping and all of it, and the mind control murders. I've been in his office downtown, and I've been in U.S. Congressman Bob Goodlatte, who was over the forestry, the agriculture, which is over the law enforcement, rangers, and all that. So he was very aware of what was being done to me out there. By the way, my job is, see, a background check doesn't tell any of the truth. If you get a list of all these people going back to my birth, but later in Moulton, Alabama, you get their background checks would tell you that there's soul of respectability, because you don't see any of this. You don't see Judge Myrtle Green with a stroke of a pen how she tried to kill me. With Lina Dempsey, the woman here that killed her twins, they gave me the name of twins. She had killed them. That's a glossed over picture, by the way. But I wanted to get back to Bob Goodlatte. I was looking at the committees he chairs. When I walked out of his office a few years ago, he was right next door to John Edwards. And I'd just been to both of them repeatedly over the years. And someone walked out behind me and got on the elevator with me and said, you know, if Goodlatte helps you, he'll be living out in the woods with you, or out in the Jefferson Forest, Jefferson National Forest with you. So now then I want to read this, and I don't know. All I know is I've been living in sheer hell. Committee is, in addition, the committee is responsible for oversight of the Departments of Justice, Homeland Security. He is currently chairman, Bob Goodlatte is, of this committee. Bob has served the Judiciary Committee in a variety of leadership roles, including chairman of the subcommittee on intellectual property, competition, and the Internet. So I'm going to go back up here, though. He's responsible for oversight of the Departments of Justice and Homeland Security and trust. You can do it yourself with terrorism, crime. My God, what do you think they've been doing to me? He's over the chairman of the House Committee on the Judiciary right at the moment. So I'm going to stop at that. So he knows about the mind control murders. He knows about what's happened to me. I want to go to this. My illness has been used on me to run me, and I've put this up there, and this is going to go out, and I want to get it up here. This is owned. I'm being gassed, and this is Christmas morning, and I'm not sure that I'm going to live. I've told everybody, the WDBJ7, all of it. I've begged. I can't get an attorney. They up and leave. This is where Goodlatte and Edwards, and these are the people doing it to me that own all this. Shaw, they get them to do it because they're citizens here now, and they have to do they don't have to do what the Americans tell them to do. Bob Goodlatte, he just opened another huge one here. They own everything around here. And so the FBI gets stuff on them, and they cooperate in doing the things to me. After all, I can't do anything but run. So they use gas, toxic fumes. I'm allergic to chemicals. It makes my immune system attack itself. But I just wanted to show you this. It was in a local paper recently where Shaw opened another one. And Patel. They own where I'm at now. They've owned them. I pay for a month. They turn on the toxic fumes. It's not that hard. And I have to leave. There's no cure for it. I lose my rent, and they've got me on the run, and nobody gives a damn. But anyway, here's who was sent here. Bob Goodlatte's office went to the opening and talking about what good citizens they are and how he's expanded. This is what I mean. In a background check on this, you don't see anything except if you put the background check on me. My name is not Peggy Ann Dempsey Childers. I was given